What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Episode 3 of the Euro Truck Simulator Hard Economy Let's Play series. We got a little bit of a special episode today because we are going to do a special delivery. That's right, we got a few options here. We can either have huge tires or a massive tech part down to Kalmar. I think that I'm going to go to the Kalmar because we get to drive a Renault, which we have not driven yet, and tires sound really cool. Tech parts sound cool as well, but the pay is the same, and it looks like the distance is exactly the same. It's going to the exact same spot. So this is going to be a fun delivery. 65 hours until it expires. That's pretty crazy. But without further ado, let's do our first special delivery in this series. You guys are having a good weekend by the time this one gets uploaded. Still recording these ahead of time. Trying to stay on the ball. Alrighty. You're about to haul a special transport cargo. There are 2 escort vehicles which will lead you. Be careful and follow their lead and suggestions in the route advisor. We don't stop on red lights, and we have right-of-way in most situations. Checkpoints are made more often to save your current progress, so this should be an interesting delivery. We'll have to avoid any possible conflict with the escort vehicles and keeping the cargo in between them. Do not drive out of the estimated route. No rest stops, no gas. Obey the speed limit, obviously. Watch out for overtaking traffic and other drivers on the roads. And as you can see, guys, we got a bit of a change lane maneuver. So essentially what's going to happen, the rear escort will move over, then the front one, and then I'll follow in between them. If you do not follow these rules, your mission may fail. Yeah, we don't want that to happen. That would be quite bad. Alrighty, folks, we are good to go. Had to restart my game. I had a few problems with my track IR. But here we are in the Renault. And as you can see, yeah, those are pretty big tires. Bit of a oversized load for this delivery today. A little bit of a look out of our route. Just north of Linköping this time, so we'll have to go back down through the city. And then we'll join the E22 down to this facility, which is in between Linköping and Kalmar. And then we can take our next delivery from either Kalmar or Linköping because we'll be in that area. So, let's go ahead and hop in the truck. Get it started up. And let's hit the road. See, they're waving us out. Have a good one, guys. We'll be trucking. Oh, look at that. That guy's taking a picture. That's pretty dang cool. Taking a picture of this truck. The special delivery. Alright, and that's it. We'll just follow the support vehicle now. Do whatever he does. There's the police. See, for once the police are on our side rather than trying to give us tickets. After that disastrous first episode, we finally got to make some money back. Which we did in episode 2. We just broke even. And now we actually focus on making some money. But what a beautiful day here back in the Swedish countryside. Back in the pine trees. What a just a beautiful day. I've actually seen a special transport before. Am I supposed to stop here? I don't think so. I know we don't stop at red lights. And I guess we don't stop here either. Alright, towards Linköping. Cool. And it looks like this truck also doesn't have a GPS, but that's okay. We are just going to follow the support vehicles. I could use the route advisor. It might pop up at some point. But anyway, I hope you guys are having a good weekend at this point. It's Wednesday night as I record this. I'll probably be putting this up on Saturday, I would say. Because I think on Friday, I'm going to put up a different kind of video, which you guys will see what it is once it's up, obviously. Which is before you guys will see this one. But I'm trying to record ahead because my dad's coming for the weekend. At the college I go to, we have Dad's Weekend. So basically it's a weekend where, well, it's exactly what it sounds like. All the students' dads come and visit. And there's different activities that they have. The main thing for every Dad's Weekend is a hockey game. So we're going to go to the hockey game on Saturday night. I'm looking forward to that. The hockey games are real fun at my school because we got a small team. And it makes for a enjoyable game because it almost feels like a high school game. The stadium's real small. And just the atmosphere is very... Look how many people are taking photos of us. I love it. Every intersection people are... It's not that big of a deal. It's just tires. I guess everyone wants to see this. Some of the other special transports are actually a lot bigger than this one. But it gives it almost a high school feel for the hockey games. That's kind of fun. But I'm going to Columbus to meet him on Friday because he's going to be up there anyway. And we're actually seeing Elton John, which I'm really, really looking forward to. Man, that guy went almost in the other lane. Is he trying to scare that bus away from me? I have no idea. Gonna see Elton John on Friday. Looking forward to that. Getting some deep dish pizza before. Gonna check out the Science Center up in Columbus. So that'll be a fun day. I always like going up there. I live basically just an hour away, so it's nice to... I love the town I live in, but every once in a while it's nice to get back to a proper major city, major metropolitan area. Alright, we'll take this. No, we don't. I thought we were going to take that road. Which, I don't know why we would have gone that way. I think we're just going to go straight through, is that right? Oops. Yeah, straight through Linköping. There's the E4. Which, of course, in the first 2 episodes is basically what the entire video was. Yeah, there's more planes on the other side of Linköping. In fact, I think... This might be where my exit... I keep hitting the wrong... button for the map. No, this is not the main way into Linköping from before. We're coming in kind of from further south. Guess there's 2 ways to get in. Changing lane maneuver is coming. Adapt your speed to avoid a possible crash. Okay. So I guess we gotta wait for the one behind me to get over. I think we're good. Alright. That's kind of tricky. Oh no, I gotta navigate a roundabout. Alright, the police have it blocked off. Thank goodness. As we know, roundabouts have not been easy so far in the series, and it looks like... Check the mirrors. Yeah, we navigate through just fine, which is a massive relief. A massive relief. Put my headlights on. It's getting late in the day. Almost 8 o'clock. Oh, and how good does this feel, just ignoring a red light? Traffic is stopped for our big tires. And who knows what they're going on, a dump truck, something like that. I like this Renault. I think the colors inside are very nice. Funny jump seat in the back. I like the gray and the white. Trailer damage 1%. Oh jeez, what did I hit? Oh boy. That's gonna be a slight damage penalty, so we're gonna have to be careful about that. We don't wanna damage our tires. I don't think it's really easy to damage giant tires though. We'll just stay on the left side of the lane so we don't hit anything on the right. As we go through good old Linköping again. Yeah, this is the building back to where we were before. This stretch here. I'm just going the other way on it. It's funny how you start to learn the map the more you play it. But back to the conversation. One-way conversation. Back to me rambling and you guys listening, I guess. I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to Elton John. And should be a pretty fun weekend. In the spring, cheese. Guy's taking a picture. In the spring, we have Mom's Weekend and also Siblings Weekend. There's also Parents Weekend in the fall. I've never had my parents come for that. The big thing for that is the football game. But it's like 2 weeks after the school year starts. And it's always been at a busy time of the year for my parents to come. And to be honest, they get out here enough between our other weekends, Mom's and Dad's Weekend, and Siblings Weekend. It ends up being a lot. That's 4 weekends out of the year. But it's kind of nice. I think it's something fun that the school does. I live out of state, so I don't really get to see my parents all that much. Only when I go home, which is maybe once a month. It depends on the time of the year. I have not gone home at all since September 21st was the last weekend that I was visiting my family. I'll be back twice in November because we got Veterans Day here in the U.S. and then Thanksgiving in the U.S. is at the end of November. So, all right, little lane change here. Successful. Veterans Day and Thanksgiving are in the U.S. in the fall, so in November. So that's 2 reasons to come home, and then just 3 weeks after Thanksgiving is the beginning of our Christmas break, and I'm really looking forward to that because I'll be headed to I'm headed straight up to Columbus Airport instead of going home, and I'll be flying to San Francisco, spending a week out there. So I'm really looking forward to that. That's going to be a really fun experience. I will probably do some vlogs for you guys, just like I did when I went to New York a couple years ago. Put something on the channel of the trip. Of course, I'll schedule a few game uploads as well, but maybe do a little vlog of the travels. Just for the sake of it, why not? Of course, that's where I'm going to be based in my American Truck Sim series, so maybe I could get some footage from real San Francisco and use it in my American Truck series. Or American Truck Simulator series, should I say. Which would be quite cool. But in college, our breaks, for those of you who aren't to college yet watching this, our breaks are a month long. Hey, it's a train. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Our breaks are a month long, and it's awesome, to say the least. It's quite awesome. Let's flip those lights on. 1 month straight without school. And the nice thing is, it's not like high school where you come back from break and you still got to finish the same classes you're in college. You get back from break, and it's all new classes because it's the beginning of the new semester. So you switch, and you don't have to worry about. There's no homework over the break because all the classes are done before the break, which is fantastic, and which is, it makes it a lot easier. It makes you not have to worry about it for a whole month, which is super exciting, to be honest. Yeah, I see what he's doing. He's moving into the middle to try to keep people from sideswiping me. That's pretty smart, actually. 8:41, starting to get dark. Of course, in real life, it's getting dark a lot earlier than that now. I gotta see about getting a fall mod in on here. Front escort vehicle is going to warn other vehicles. Alright, we gotta get on the highway. Look at that sunset. That is gorgeous. What a beautiful day here in Stockholm. Look at that. Oh, rays of the sun. That's just incredible. I gotta say, even for a, fairly low budget PC game, it is amazing how far graphics have come throughout the years. They just keep getting better and better and better as time goes on, and it never fails to amaze me. I mean, 10 years ago, this was seemingly impossible. And I played the low-budget trucking games back then. I played 18 Wheels of Steel back when that series was the popular thing. I played that game all the time. Waiting on that rear escort vehicle. There he comes. He's taking his time down there. Now we can continue. Hello. But I played 18 Wheels of Steel Convoy was the first trucking game I got. And that game was a huge part of my childhood. I just remember driving and driving and driving across they had the whole US on there. Of course, the scale was a lot different, so it wasn't quite as, detailed, not nearly as detailed as Euro Truck Sim. I mean, wow, it would take 10 minutes to drive across all of Sweden in that game, when in this game you're looking at, a half an hour to drive across Sweden alone, which is pretty crazy. So the scale's gotten a lot bigger of the maps. and so have the graphics. They've gotten a lot better. I played American Long Haul probably more than any of the other 18 Wheels games. That was the one I played the most. I just played that yesterday for fun. Drove from DC to Boston and just realized what a bad game it was compared to now. But you know, when I was 8, 9 years old, it was the best there was, and I didn't care. I didn't even notice the things that were not great about it. It was just a great game for the time. And, you know, eventually Euro Truck 2 came out. I never played the original Euro Truck, but Euro Truck 2 came out, same company, SCS Software, and I've been playing it for years now, and this has become the main game I've played. And it's been nice because instead of the US, it's Europe, so it's new areas to explore. And it's also, you know, just much improved graphics. The trucks are different than the American trucks too. You know, we don't have the engine in the very front of the truck, like out in a nose like in the American trucks. That lake is gorgeous. I gotta say, driving around, it is amazing how much Sweden really reminds me of the Pacific Northwest, just more flat. Or like Minnesota a lot. It reminds me of when I went to Minnesota. It really is beautiful, and of course scenes like these are exactly why I chose to have my headquarters in Stockholm. I don't think I've been on this road before, and I've explored most of Scandinavia, but I don't think I've been on this road. Little village down there. Look at that. The moon's coming up. That's stunning. That's just incredible graphics, incredible footage right there. It really does not get better than that. What do we have left? Oh, we're almost there. 25 kilometers to go, so it's all back roads. The E22 is just a 2-lane road, it appears like, which is pretty cool. There's only a few cities in the game that do these special deliveries, Linköping being one of them. As the day slowly falls into night. I played Bus Driver a little bit in the past, only probably 10 or so hours worth, but I remember that game. That was another good SCS game. I think their first game was actually like a hunting game or something like that. I've never played a game of that genre. The only hunting I've done in a game was the hunting in Assassin's Creed Black Flag, which was fun. You'd be on the islands and have to catch all these different animals for, not really for food, but more for pelt and all that kind of stuff. That's such a great game. Yeah, look how good the night lighting looks. With the realistic graphics mod, the realistic lighting mod, everything just looks amazing. Okay, am I supposed to turn right here? Oh, in fact I am. So this is my delivery, isn't it? Oh, I cannot even see. Wow. I didn't even realize I needed to turn here, and they are making it tough. Yeah, we'll make it. Our back wheels might go off the road a tad, but I don't think they did. I think we actually did that quite successfully. Let's put our brights on. Some stars starting to come out. What a cool night. I gotta say, this is fantastic. Boliden. I think that's where we started. One of their facilities to another. It makes sense. I saw a special transport in real life. I never finished that, what I was going to say earlier. Oh, I didn't see it. I knew about it. Of course, I've seen special deliveries with you know, oversized loads all the time. But they did a mega load on Interstate 77 in West Virginia, right near where I live, about 30 minutes away. And they actually shut down Interstate 77 going northbound or southbound, whichever way the load was going, for like 15 miles, because it had to go on the interstate highway for a few miles in West Virginia, which is really cool. Looks like this should be an easy park job. There we go. Alright, we'll go ahead and put that parking brake on. Wait a minute. That's it right there, isn't it? Yep. Engine off. And we will decouple. And there you have it, folks. Special transport missions done. Alright. My first ever special transport. I think I've done one before, but first on the series. Got a few Steam achievements. And a lot of leveling up right there, which is pretty exciting stuff. So I guess there's no way to sleep overnight, which is what I was kind of looking at. Because I'm gonna have to find a delivery that allows me to rest, because I'm getting close to needing to rest. Yeah, I can't go to Kalmar. That's disappointing. Looks like I need to go back to Linköping. It says to Kalmar, but it won't let me pick a delivery from Kalmar, so looks like we'll leave Linköping again and do one more delivery tonight. What is one that I won't need to worry about sleeping, though? Is there one that is not expected till a while tomorrow, or... Because I don't want to be late on a delivery. I mean, that's a 3-hour 54 delivery. That's back to Kalmar again. I don't want to do the same route that I just did. I don't want to do another special transport, even though that would pay good. But actually, look at the time. It's more per kilometer, but 4 hours, $194, $354, 187. So this one might even be better. So we're gonna take some roof flights, go up to Västerås, and do our delivery of the episode. And hopefully we don't have to worry about sleeping, because that would get annoying if I end up late on my delivery. We'll see about that. Alright, back in Linköping, back in the city now, at Post Nord Logistics. Looks like we got it. Oh, it's another double. So another double. We just keep getting these. I can't seem to get a break, can I? Turn our lights on. And let's head on out of here. Special Transport's a pretty cool DLC, though. Allows you to haul some things you never would have thought to haul in the previously. And we'll finally get to do a night drive for the first time in the episode. Of course, all of this has been in the same in-game day, which is actually pretty crazy. We'll get there at 2:40 a.m. though, and then I'm gonna need to sleep. Oh no, it looks like it reset. So I guess there is no needing to sleep, which is kind of gonna make it for a weird game, because I don't know how I'm going to, I guess I'll be driving every day and every night until I own my own truck and actually need to worry about sleeping. So I guess that's kind of a flaw in the game a little bit, driving through all the days and through all the nights, but I guess it is what it is. There's not much we can do about it. I wish that I could go rest in between jobs when I don't have a truck, and that way, I could, it's 10 p.m., that way I could pick up in the morning the next day, but I guess we'll just have to sacrifice a little bit of realism for the sake of making some moolah. Good turn right there, and I'm gonna get into the left lane for this roundabout, learning my lesson from the previous episode. Actually, I think we want to stay in the left lane only if we're going left, like down that way. I think it's the right lane if you're going straight or right, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm gonna get over to the right here. I believe it. I don't know, because that guy stayed in the right lane the whole way through. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure out these proper roundabout techniques. There's no lane arrows in these roundabouts, so I have no idea what I'm doing. It's sad. Alrighty. Out of Linköping we go. And into the Swedish countryside we arrive. Looks like we'll cross over the E4. What's the speed limit? 70. Alright, we were right at it. Don't want to get a speeding ticket. We now have $235 more than we started this entire series with, so the last thing I need is for that all to be erased away in an instant. Alrighty. Hello, E4. You're not part of our route today. Still haven't had any rain in this game yet, which is amazing. We just haven't had any of that coming, which I don't know. I'm very surprised. Because in the past it would always rain in Sweden, but maybe it's just we've had luck. And who knows, maybe it's starting to get a little cloudy, so maybe there's a system that's about to come through. Go ahead and put that cruise control on. Yeah, good, we have it. It works. I was worried we wouldn't have it. That would have made for a hassle of a drive. 3 hours and 20 minutes, and yeah, it's down to 50. Passing through a little village here. Oh look, someone got pulled over. I'm glad they added that to this game. They have random events in Euro Truck Sim 2, and that is a bad spot to be pulled over. You should not stop in the turn like that. That's dangerous. That's very dangerous. But they have random events in Euro Truck Sim 2 now. They had them in American Truck before in Euro Truck, actually, is something that came to American Truck Sim and then added to Euro Truck. So you'll see accidents, people get pulled over at, random intervals throughout the game, which I think is really cool. Alright, this guy's turning, so we don't have anyone ahead of us. Looks like I've been down that road. That must have been one of my deliveries from outside of Linköping. I like how we've just every single delivery I've done so far, except for the Stockholm to Stockholm intro delivery, if you will, has involved Linköping. We're either going to it or from it. So I guess we've seen a lot of that city at this point, and it's probably seen enough of us. What would be cool for them to add is like deer crossing the road, animals, all that kind of stuff. I think that would be a cool feature to have in the game. I also wish it got darker at night. Maybe I'll see if there's a dark night mod, because in real life, you're driving around and on a back road, you can't see the trees like this. You can't see that far down the hills. You don't see all of this stuff. You see nothing. Literally nothing. And I'd like it to be like that in this game, because I feel like there's just too much that you are able to see. And it kind of, is a little bit not realistic in that regard. I'd like to be able to, just see the road ahead of me and the road signs ahead of me, essentially. And in the cities, obviously, you can see a little bit further at night because all of the city lights kind of ambiently light up the area. The big thing I want for them to add into this game is seasons. Well, that's a sharp turn at 70 kilometers an hour. Seasons would be incredible, because I don't have to worry about winter mods, all that kind of stuff. If they just add seasons with proper daylight cycles, it gets dark earlier in the winter, there's a fall, there's a spring, the weather's dependent on it for different locations. It would really make the game a lot more realistic. And I think there should be two options for seasons. One option for seasons should be that, whatever season it is in real life is what the game is based on. But, more realistically is, they should start you on, June 1st, or January 1st. So I guess you could decide when in the year you want to start your career. Oh, these are so narrow. I hate these Swedish on-ramps. Hate them. There's hardly any room, especially driving a double like that. That's very, very annoying. But we got on just fine. But it'd be nice. You could start whenever you wanted in the year. And then, you go through the year. So now I'm on Tuesday, 0:27 a.m. And, can let me in? Nope. Now we're good. You start at 0:27 a.m. and then you or you start at 0:27 a.m. You start at whatever date of the year you want, and then it just progresses to there. So if I started June 1st, it'd now be June 2nd. And eventually, we'd reach winter. And with winter, you could have icy roads, you could have higher maintenance problems for trucks that you own, all different kinds of stuff in the wintertime compared to what it would be like in the summer. I think that would be a really, really cool thing for them to add into the game. Probably the number one thing I think they need at this point, to be honest, even more than map expansions. Obviously, they need to redo England and Germany, which is what they're talking about doing. But, they also need to, I think, add seasons. I think that's the big thing. I'd also like to see when you own other trucks that you can actually see them driving around. When they're doing a delivery, you see them on the road, going from one place to another. And you see them pulling in, you see them making deliveries. It'd also be cool if you had to actually wait for your truck to be undelivered, It would show your truck, it would show, maybe the driver gets out, signs the paperwork that he needs to sign, and then, you pull up to the dock and people actually start unloading the truck. If you actually pulled up to a gate or to a door, one of those garage doors where the truck bays are, and then they actually unload the things and it shows them unloading everything. Or I guess if you're backed up to it when they couldn't see it, it has the sound animations of all that. I think that would be really cool. They have that for Microsoft Flight Simulator now. The Ground Services X, it'll actually show your passengers coming through the jetway and getting on the plane. And to me, that's just one of the best add-ons ever because it's such an immersive experience that it makes you really feel like you're doing the real thing. And I'd like to see that be added to the game. Those are probably my biggest wish list items, because I know that we're gonna have the Baltic map expansion, and then apparently they said the next expansion is, quote, in another direction. So I'm guessing it's either gonna be Spain or the Balkans, so down towards Greece and all those countries. They said it's gonna be, quote, bigger than anything before, which makes me think it might be Spain and Portugal, which would be a huge expansion, but I think it would be pretty cool for them to have that, because that's a pretty major country in Europe that they don't have on the game. I mean, even ProMods only has Barcelona and a few cities around it. Like Madrid's not. There's no way to go there, no way to go to Portugal. Forget it. So that's a huge region that they need. They need Ireland, but that's not a big expansion. Obviously, they could do a huge chunk of Russia, but they said it's in another direction. So that leaves us with basically Spain or the Balkans. I don't see any other direction that they could go that's a massive expansion. Everything else, it would be more minor. So I don't know. I mean, the Balkans would be pretty big too, because that's a lot of countries. But my gut is telling me that, I don't know what my gut's telling me. Because at first I was thinking Balkans, because, the first one was going east, and then after that, they had Scandinavia, so that was east, north, and then you had France, which was west, and then Italy, which was south. So you think you got to go back east because you've gone all the directions now for the expansion. So that makes me think the Balkans would be next. But I think it's about 50-50 what it's going to be. We'll find out soon enough. We'll find out probably at the beginning of next year what it's going to be. E18, Stockholm Västerås, that's where we're going. So we're going the right way. But I guess we'll see. I want to see them kick American Truck Sim into overdrive. Ideally, I would like to see the whole United States within 3 years. But that's a huge ideal. I think that's not going to happen. I mean, it took a whole year for Oregon. I think Washington's probably going to be next. They'll finish the West Coast. Then they'll probably do Utah. Maybe Utah and Idaho at the same time or something like that. And then the states get smaller as you go east, but still, that's not even a third of the country yet. They got to get through Colorado, and that's only a third of the country. So, unfortunately, I think it could be 6-7 years by the time the U.S. is completed on American Truck Sim, which is a super long project, and it's kind of, it's aggravating that it's that long. I wish that, they could find a way to do it in 2 or 3 years from now, but, the game's already been out for over a year, over 2 years. And of course, Euro Truck Sim has been out for 6, and it's taken them that long to do almost all of Europe, and they're still not done. So that tells me at least 6 years before they could finish the whole U.S. But I guess patience comes for those who wait. And maybe we'll get pro mods for American Truck Sim eventually too, which would be really cool. I just want to drive in my hometown. I want to drive from Pittsburgh up to Cleveland, down to, West Virginia. The area is where I spend most of my time. I mean, I could drive Pittsburgh to Columbus back and forth, and it would be awesome because, they could add the bridge between West Virginia and Ohio that I go over all the time on the Ohio River. It would just be a really, really cool thing to have all of that. But I guess we'll see. Perhaps there will be a day when that happens, but you just gotta be patient and support this project while it lasts. It gets tough because 6 years from now, it's hard to believe, but I'll be 27, and who knows what kind of time I'll have to be playing this. I'm sure if I dedicate the time, it'll be there. But you gotta think people might burn out with time. I don't know. It's amazing that they're able to make their Euro truck last as long as it has. It's been popular for years. But it's crazy to think I'm as close to 27 in age as I am to 15, because it feels like 15 was not that long ago. So I guess 27's not that far off either. That's why you kind of gotta live it up while you can, because once you hit 30, a lot of people start to settle down, and I feel like that's when the days of being young kind of go away. Once you hit 30, you start to become a real adult at that point. Because that's when a lot of people get married, have kids. You got to be serious at that point. When you're in your 20s, I mean, really, you can have fun through most of them. Of course, what you should do is have fun through your whole life. A lot of people don't. A lot of people hit like 25 and then they just focus on work and that's it. But there are people that, stay young inside through their 30s, 40s, 50s. And that's what I want to do. I don't want to be one of those people who, grows up and then gets all cynical about everything. Of course, that's why I'm doing this YouTube series now, because if I don't do it now, 10 years from now might not be the time either. Alright, we are Investor Us. Let's see where they want it. Ah, perfect. Look at that. I can just pull straight in. I had problems with the last double that I did. Or should I say articulated trailer in Euro Truck Sim terms. Hopefully I can get into this nicely. Alright, turn green. There you go. Alright, park and brake on. Engine off. And there you have it. We've made another delivery. 240 kilometers, 3 hours, 44 minutes, 118.6 liters. And will we get to level 3? Yes, there it is. Level 3. So what do we want to add? I could do long distance. No high reward for delivery distances. I don't need to worry about eco driving until I own a truck. Important deliveries would be kind of cool. Fragile cargo would be cool. High value would be cool. I want long distance because I could go further places. And then I could do episodes where I just do one delivery. But at the same time, I really want to maximize my money, and it looks like there's 0% higher reward with this economy mod. There's just experience bonus. So I want to focus on money right now. I'm thinking, what's this ADR here? Flammable solids, explosives. I think we're gonna do fragile cargo. Let's add one of those. Alrighty. Well, that basically concludes it, guys. Hope you enjoyed watching this episode. It says we're in Stockholm because we don't have a truck, so it just teleports you back. But I'm gonna go from Västerås. Maybe we'll try to get to Uppsala because we don't want to skip one of the cities up there. But we've kind of done a lot of these areas. Got to do Örebro as well, and then we'll start heading our way down into the rest of Scandinavia in the next episode. But for now, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. We will see you next time. Peace.